are on our way to an island near the district of Kannur of Kerala state. It's called Dharmadam Island. It's a good 45 minutes in this speedboat. A lot of waves, a lot of up and down in the boat. We're managing. And this environment is very beautiful. It is very vast. It's very deep, of course, and it's very extended, very stretched. And as is the environment, so becomes the mind. The mind also starts getting its depth. The mind becomes expanded. It gets free from various thoughts and various entanglement the mind is stuck into. If not trivial, even any matter that preoccupies the mind, where we have a lot of fixation of the mind. Such a beautiful environment that's harmonious with nature. It impacts our mind with its own physical way it is, which is vast, stretched, extended, expanded, and very deep. So, of course, as we know, it has much more sustenance, perhaps, than our own memory and our own reach into the future, because this has been consistent, this ocean, the way the earth is, has been much more consistent for perhaps billions of years. And when we choose to present ourselves or submit ourselves, when we choose to submit ourselves in this kind of environment, obviously it impacts the mind to harmonize, to synchronize in a relationship with the environment that it is now, which is free from pollution, free from limited mindsets. It's a beautiful way to be. Yeah, the fishermen, they live harvesting the fish here, and a lot of palm tree groves, a lot of coconut trees, and an excellent place to resource tender coconuts to drink from, to quench the thirst. The nature's way of giving drinkable water. About 3/4 of a nautical mile from me, or from the shore to me, is what you see in my background. Is a drive-in beach. Probably it's the only beach where there is a nice, beautiful motorable road just 2 or 3 meters from the sea on the beach. Excellent way to be in the beach in your car. Fishermen at their best, at their traditional way of catching their harvest fish. We are moving towards north from Kannur district. We've covered about 2 nautical miles, and we have yet 1 nautical mile to go to an island there. It's a standalone island, and it may have some wildlife too. Well, not the big 5, but something in the wild yet to see. It's a nice time to be meditative. It's very nice for soul searchers. Well, we can have a similar experience on land too, but when you keep the eyes closed and we become steady in the body and we keep our eyes closed and meditate for an hour every day. Similar to the experience in this open boat journey. It took us for about an hour. And behind me now we have reached a lot of rock formations, natural rock formations before we hit the beach. It's another area where people come to relax. We are now reaching the island, our destination, where we made the beginning from the mainland Kannur district. And ahead about a few hundred meters from here is the island. It's still almost in the wild. It's wilderness, it's unspoiled. A great place to be for discovery. I invite all of you here to visit this island sometime in leisure and in a purpose of adventure, trekking and discovery. A great place for meditators, to understand the enrichment of prana, high level of energy, and to discover spirituality in a different environment. Ready to get off at the Dharmadam Island? Follow me. Yeah, this is the situation perhaps if we were caught alone in an island. One dimension is for us to research. One dimension is for our brain, the left brain, to go externally and discover, to fortify for safety, to keep us safe, and to resource material and comfort for us to sustain ourselves, and to perhaps to enhance our comfort levels, and then to take the ownership, to feel the ownership, and then finally to get entangled with what we're doing, that we've invested so much time, energy, muscles and strength into this particular habitat we have created for ourselves. And another journey here, when I'm all alone in this forest and near this ocean, is perhaps an inward journey where I start discovering that how can I best be in harmony with the nature and to consume the least, to disturb the least the environmental harmony that is already there, and that I do not have to recreate an ocean. I can't recreate a forest. It's best that I leave it alone. I do not damage the forest. I do not damage the environment, so that I do not in the future have to recreate forests and oceans. We have reached now the upward climb in the Dharmadam forest. As you see, it's very dense, and we hear a lot of birds, and it's unspoiled. There is no great sign of habitation, human habitat here. It's full of creepers to hold on to and make our way through a very rusty, beaten path. It's quite a risky climb, and it's quite dense here. A very tropical forest vegetation, of course, overlooking the ocean. It's getting darker and darker as we go inside the forest. There is no other way to climb. And you should not let go of this creeper, even though you think you are supported and you are still safe by the other branches, yet do not let go of this strong creeper. It's very, very slippery here. It's testing your physical stamina. A few trickles of sun's rays still able to penetrate through this great blanket, a great roof full of leaves and twigs and branches of very old trees and a lot of shrubs. Still the rays of the sun are still just about to peep through, perhaps to take a glimpse of who's trespassing here into nature's property. Very risky here. A lot of snakes, other than other wildlife, insects to be really careful about, rodents, and many birds. We are managing. Adventure at its best. Trekking, stamina, physical fitness, all skills need to be enhanced here. Have you heard of the Tarzan? Tarzan of the apes. Hey, 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 hey. Further from here is a very uphill climb. A lot of creepers hang from the trees. As you can see, it's a whole bunch of creepers. Deep up there for about another quarter of a kilometer of this kind of vegetation. Perhaps to get mankind up there, but also it's very risky. One may not know, it just may be a snake. After that risky descent from the Dharmadam forest, I am now making my way, a very non-risky way, back to the mainland Kannur. And I'm going to release this fish, this sardine, back into the sea, giving a little more chance for it to live. Go ahead, fish, live your full life.